accumulate on your nose. And then we do another round, focusing on the inhalation and exhalation in the belly, taking a nice inhale to prepare, and release. Take some resting breath, swallow a couple of times. And notice the sensations in your face or in your tummy, around your body. If you like to do one more, don't forget to use your own rhythm if that suits you better. Inhaling and exhaling, and then inhale to prepare, filling the tummy. And then for the remainder of the practice, I would like to offer you the Ujjayi breathing method that we've done several times in the back of the throat, just as a reminder to do a couple of rounds together, starting with breathing through the mouth and having a constriction in the back of the throat. And then closing the lips, maybe starting to feel the constriction in the throat as you're breathing. You might need to swallow or lick your lips. And with this victorious breath, as it's also called, we gain a little bit of control of lengthening or shortening the inhalation and exhalation as we need it for the postures. So if it feels like it does that for you, then I can only encourage you to use it. And now we're going to move onto the mat, so take away your bolster and we're going to lie down in the ordinary bridge pose for now. And with the feet on the mat and the back, and give yourself a moment to acknowledge the transition, allowing the whole of your upper body to soften into the ground. Checking in with your victorious breath that will support your movements and the intention that you're setting for each movement throughout the practice. And then let's start by warming up our ankles, inhaling, lifting the left leg up towards the ceiling and starting to rotate into one direction. Really feeling into the ankle itself and then turning into the other direction. And then let's add some breathing, some breath to the movement. Inhaling, flexing the foot, pushing the heel towards the ceiling, and exhaling, pointing the toes towards the ceiling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, pulling the toes towards your face, and exhale, pushing the toes away. And as you do that, inhaling, slowly slowly start by peeling the toes and the balls of your feet down first until the heels are pointing towards the ceiling. And then exhale, starting in reverse, pushing the balls of the feet up towards the ceiling and then pointing the toes last. Last bit of your breath. Then inhaling, pulling the toes back and slowly flexing the foot. And then exhaling in reverse, bringing your attention to the foot itself and noticing all the small parts that are moving, the sole of your foot. Inhaling to bring your foot towards your face and exhale, lengthening it away. Inhaling, bringing the foot towards your face and exhale, moving it away. And then give your leg and foot a little shake. And then we're going to inhale, pulling the foot towards the face, toes, and then exhale, showing the sole of the foot to the right side. Inhaling, bringing the foot back into flexion, and exhaling, turning the sole of the foot to the left side. Inhaling, bringing the sole of the foot to the ceiling, and exhale, bringing the sole of the foot to the right. Inhaling, straightening the foot, exhaling, moving it to the left. Inhaling, pulling the foot to the toes to the face, and exhale, turning the foot to the right. Inhale one more time, and then exhale, give your foot a little shake again. Inhaling, pointing the foot towards the ceiling, and exhale, bringing it back down to meet the right, sorry. Inhaling, lifting the right leg up towards the ceiling, and again starting with some ankle movements. And as you're circling your ankle in one direction and start circling in the other, connect the sensations of your left foot now resting on the mat, the sensations around the ankle. And then bring your attention back towards your right foot. Inhaling, bringing the toes towards your face, and the heel travels up towards the ceiling, and exhale, pointing the foot. Inhaling, flexing the foot towards your face, and exhale, pointing towards the ceiling. Inhaling and slowing down the motion, pulling the toes back, bringing the foot really slowly towards your face, and then exhaling in reverse, first pushing the balls of the feet, and then finally uncurling the toes. Inhaling, bringing the toe towards your foot towards your face, and exhaling, slowly bringing it back towards the ceiling. One more time, inhaling, bringing the toes to your face, and exhaling, moving it slowly away. Then inhale, bring the toes towards your face, and exhale, tilt the sole of your foot towards the left. Inhaling, flexing the foot back towards your face, and exhaling, showing the sole of the foot to the right. Inhaling, bringing the foot back towards your face, and exhaling, moving it to the left. Inhaling, flexing the foot, and exhaling, moving it to the right. Inhaling, flexing the foot, and exhaling. The sole turns to the left. Inhaling, and then exhale, give your foot a little shake. Inhale one more time, and exhale, return the right foot back down onto the mat. And from here we're going to inhale to first lift the toes of the mat, and exhale, dropping the toes back down. And then inhale, lift the whole of the foot off the mat, so the heels are down on the mat only. And exhale, bring them back down. Inhaling, lifting the whole foot up so the heels are digging into the ground, and exhale. And then on the next inhale, move your knees towards the short end or over the toes, and with that, lifting the pelvis up into the air. And exhale, bringing it back down. Keeping the toes lifted. Inhaling, again lifting the pelvis up by moving the knees over your toes, and exhale, bringing it back down. Inhaling and lifting the pelvis up. toes lifted, pointing towards the ceiling, and exhale. And then inhale, take the arms up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bringing the feet, the hips, and the arms back down onto the mat. Inhaling, lifting the toes off the mat, exhale. Inhaling, lifting the pelvis off the mat, and exhale. Inhale, lifting the arms off the mat, and fingers point towards the ceiling, and exhale, bringing all those three back onto the ground. A little exhalation. Take a nice inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, lifting the feet up again, digging the heels in, exhale. Inhale, lifting the pelvis up, and exhale. Inhale, lifting the arms up, and exhale, bringing all three body parts back down onto the mat. And then step your feet a little bit further away from you. If you are not, you might be alright actually where you are. And we're going to do it with a little bit of a more slanted angle again. Inhaling and lifting the toes up. Exhale. Inhale, lifting the pelvis up. And exhale. Inhale, lifting the arms up. And exhale, bringing everything back down onto the mat. Two more. Inhaling, lifting the feet up. Exhale. Inhale, lifting the pelvis up. And exhale. Inhaling, lifting the fingers towards the ceiling. And exhale, dropping everything back down onto the mat. Last one. Inhaling, lifting the toes up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Inhaling, lifting the pelvis up off the mat. Inhaling, lifting the fingertips towards the ceiling, and exhale, everything back down. And once the legs are resting, we're going to work on our neck. Inhale, and then on the exhale, roll your head over to the left-hand side. Inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, and on the exhale, roll back into the center, and exhale over to the right-hand side. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale, and on the exhale, roll the head back into the center. Inhale, and on the exhale, roll over to the left. Inhaling back through the center, and exhale over to the right. Inhale, the head back into the center, and on the exhale, roll over to the left-hand side with your knees, come onto your shoulders, bring yourself up into sitting. I lied. Stay on the side. If you lie on your left-hand side, making a cushion with your left arm, and bring your knees in a little bit. I'm inviting you to find out, to put your right hand onto your right hip, and have a really good hold of your right hip. Because we're going to lift only the right knee up towards the ceiling, like a clam opening, but keeping the hip as still as possible, so we're really moving the leg muscles only. So we're going to inhale to lift up, and exhale to bring the knee back down. Inhaling to open up the leg, and as soon as you've noticed that the hip is moving, exhale it back down. Inhaling, lifting the right knee off, and exhale, bringing it down. Inhaling, lifting the right knee off again. Exhale. Inhale, take the right arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring the knee down and the hand in front of your chest. Inhaling, lifting the right knee up and taking the right arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bringing both back down onto the mat. One more time. Inhaling, taking the arm out up to the ceiling and the knee up. And exhale, bringing it back down. Next, we're going to lift the right foot up towards the ceiling, keeping the knees together. Inhale. And exhale, bringing the foot back down. Inhaling, keeping the knees together. And exhale, bring the foot down. You can also put your hand on your hip to notice whether that is moving. Inhaling, lifting the foot up, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the right foot up, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the right foot up, and pause, exhale. Inhale, take the arm up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bring everything back down. And then wriggle yourself onto the mat, stretching out the legs away from you, taking the arms down by your sides, palms facing up. And take a couple of moments here to collect any sensations of the right hand side of your body in comparison to the left. Sensing into your ankles, your hips. And notice any differences from one side to the other. Notice if there's changes in the breath. And then take one inhalation, and on the exhalation, roll over to the right hand side. Then make nice comfy cushion with your right arm, bringing the knees in a little bit, and take your left hand on top of your hips. Inhaling, lifting the left leg up towards the ceiling, or the left knee, and exhale, bringing it back down. Inhaling, lifting the left knee up, noticing that the hip is staying nice and straight. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhaling, lifting the knee up, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the knee up, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the left knee up, and pause the movement here. Exhale. Inhale, take the left arm up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, bringing both back down. Inhaling, lifting the knee and the arm up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bringing them both down. And switching to the left foot. Inhaling, lifting the left foot towards the ceiling, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the left foot up, and exhale down. And then take your left hand back onto the hip. Inhaling, lifting the left leg up, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the left foot up. Exhale, pause the movement. Inhaling, taking the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take one more inhale, and then exhale, bring everything back down onto your mat. And then from here you can push yourself up into sitting. And we're going to reach for this block and have one more strengthening, and then I promise we move a little bit more roly-poly. So you want to give your legs a little wriggle. We're going to work on the top of our legs now, and we're going to have the block, yes, a little bit to the left, and find our sitting bones. This is why I've also given you like a small block. If you prefer, if it feels more comfortable to sit on a small block, then please use it. That might help with keeping the spine a little bit more upright, creating a little bit more space in the holes of our legs. And see how it feels, and if not, then remove it if it doesn't suit you. So inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale, turn the palms upside down. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side. And exhale, bringing the hands back down to stabilize you. So they're spidery fingers, but a really light touch just to give you some comfort. And we're going to concentrate now on the left leg. Inhaling, lifting the left leg up and over the block. And exhale, dropping it back down. Inhaling, lifting it up and moving it along, and exhale down. Inhale, lift up, move along and down. Inhale to lift, and exhale to drop. Inhaling to lift, and exhale to drop. Notice if your spine is still nice and long. Inhale to lift, and exhale to drop. And then bend your knees, or give a little. These tend to cramp easily in this weather. So let's try the other side. Inhaling, taking your arms forward. Exhale, turn the palms up. Inhaling, taking the arms wide. Wriggle your sitting bones, have a nice long spine. And exhale, dropping the hands down. Inhaling, lifting the right leg up, and exhale back down. Inhale to lift, and exhale. Inhale to lift and travel, and exhale to drop. Inhale to lift and travel, exhale to drop. Inhale to lift and travel, exhale to drop. And one last one, inhale to travel, and exhale to drop. Well done. How was that?
Feel the burn. Yeah, just such a little, it's not very high, but gosh, you can feel it, can't you?
Yes, because it's also very unusual, this
Yes.
movement. So we are now going to bring our legs out a little bit further. And this is, I really enjoy this little flow, and I think we might have done this before. So again, allow your connection with your hands and your legs. And then we're going to bring our sitting bones nicely grounded on the floor. Inhaling the arms up to the side, exhale, turn the palms up. Inhale here, and on the exhale, drop down onto your arm and take your right arm over the head. Inhaling, coming back to the center, and exhaling, leaning over the right leg. Inhaling, coming out to the side, lifting the arms up, and exhaling, leaning on your hand and moving over the sideways towards the left. Inhaling, coming up to the center. Now we're going to attach the movement of the foot, and exhaling, flexing the right foot and leaning over the right leg. Inhaling, coming up to the center, and on the exhale, point your foot away and lean over to the left. Lovely. Inhaling through the center, flexing your right foot, and exhale, dropping down. You can travel down the leg if you like from the thigh. Inhaling, coming back up, taking the arms out and lengthening the spine, and exhaling, pointing the foot and moving over to the left. And then inhaling, coming back to the center, and exhale, release the arms and bring the left leg in towards the side. Give this right leg a little shake, and we're going to start again. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side, and then exhaling. Let's start on this side. So lifting up, flexing your foot, and exhaling over the right leg. Inhaling, coming up to the center, and then we're going to exhale, dropping onto the left forearm and leaning over, pointing the left foot away. And then pushing into the arm to come up. Inhale, flexing the foot, and then starting on the right leg, top and legs slowly coming over onto the right leg. Inhaling to come up. Coming onto the forearm, pointing the right foot, and exhaling, moving over to the left. And then pushing in, inhale to come up, flexing the foot, and exhaling, moving down and over. Inhaling to come up, take the arms out and over, and exhaling, leaning and pointing towards the left. Inhaling again to come up, flexing the foot, and exhaling, traveling down the right leg with a flexed foot. Inhaling to come up, and this time we're going to put our hands down, and we're going to lift our hips and lean over that way. Beautiful. Pointing the foot away, and then inhaling to come up. Flexing the foot and traveling along the right leg to exhale. Inhaling, come up, reaching back, and exhale, come up and point your right foot and lean over. Lovely. Inhaling to come up, flexing the foot and exhaling, leaning over. Inhaling to come up, leaning over to the left and pointing the right foot away. Inhaling to come up and exhaling, flexing the foot and dropping over the right leg. Inhaling to come up, taking the left hand out to the side, And stretch up. Lovely. And here we're going to take the gaze down towards the left hand and pause the movement here. Inhaling and exhaling. Bringing the attention from all the way along from the right toe, along the right hand side of the body, along the side of the torso and the arm, all the way down to the fingertips. Inhale and then exhale, drop down into your hips. And then extend your left leg back out again and give your legs a little shake. And then we're going to go into the other side, which is going to be easier. Don't get my tongue so twisted. So let's inhale, taking the arms out to the side, wriggle our spine nice and long. And then start with the left hand side, starting to exhale over the left leg. Inhaling to come up. And then exhale, just lean over to the right and pointing the left foot. Inhaling, coming over to the center, and exhaling, traveling along the left leg. Inhaling to come up, and exhaling, pointing the leg and turning over to the right hand side. Inhaling, come up, flexing the left foot, and exhale, reaching over the right leg. Inhaling to come up, taking the arms out, and exhale to reach over. And then inhale to come up, and exhale, bring the arms down, folding the right leg in towards the groin where it feels comfortable. And here you're going to start inhaling, taking the arms out to the side, and exhale, traveling along the right leg, the foot is flexed. Inhaling to come up, and exhaling, leaning onto the lower arm, and exhale over to the right. Inhaling to come up, and exhaling, flexing. Do you want to try and sit on a block to see if that might help? And then maybe also to leave the foot out a little bit further. So anyway, let's see. Inhaling, taking the arms up. And then exhale, you can work in your own time. Inhaling, coming up, and lean over towards the right hand side, looking down. Inhaling to come back up, and exhaling, leaning over. Work with your own breath. Notice if you are using your breath as you're inhaling to come up. And then exhaling to lean onto the back, pointing the left foot away. And then exhaling here, inhaling to come back to the center, flexing the foot and exhaling over your left leg. Inhaling, taking the arms out, and then exhaling, reaching over, pointing the foot. Inhaling, coming back to the center. And also sometimes it helps to decrease the angle if you have it a bit further in. And then inhale to come up. And then on the next exhale, we're going to come onto the right hand and lift the hips up and roll into taking the gaze down towards the mat. Exhale, pointing the right foot. And then we're going to inhale to bring the hips back down. And then on the exhale, travel along the left leg. Inhaling to come up. And then exhaling, moving and swinging over the right. Pointing the left foot and exhaling. Inhaling, coming back through the center, exhaling, stretching over the left foot. We do two more. Inhaling, we're going to come over to the right, pause the movement. And exhale here. Now, let's take in the sensation along the left leg, the whole of the left side of the body. The gaze is coming down towards the floor. And notice how it feels in the different areas of your leg, the torso and the arm. Inhale and then exhale all the way back down. And release.
That's all right. Just moving my weird feet.
I might have to
I just want to get a bit cold sometimes.
Yes. From here, which is perfect, we are going to stand up again without any hands, however that might look. Just make it a challenge. It doesn't have to be cross-legged, it can be anything. It can be like, you might like to swing your feet under or have one in front. Just pretend you're holding something in your hands.
Brilliant.
Did I say not to drink before you come? And we'll do that again when we go down, not using the hands. But here we're going to move, we're going to use our sun salutation, a few of them just to warm us up before relaxation. So if you come to the top of the mat, inhaling, taking the arms up and look up. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Inhaling, taking the arms forward. Exhale, turn the palms facing up. Inhale here, and then exhale, drop down onto your chair. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side. Exhale, and then inhale, reach up and look up. And exhale, take the hands all the way back down. Inhaling, taking the arms up, look up. Exhale, lower your gaze. Inhale again, and then exhale, lean over to the left. Inhaling, coming back through the center, and exhale, lean over to the right. Inhaling again through the center, and exhaling to the left. And inhaling through the center, exhaling over to the right. Inhale, look through the center and look up. And exhale, bend from the hip joint, taking the hands all the way back down, bending the knees. Inhaling to lift or lengthen the upper body. And then exhale, move your feet back into the plank position. Lowering your inhale, and then exhale, dropping the knees down and come all the way down onto the mat. And take your forearms onto the mat. And then we're going to inhale to lift our shoulders, the gaze stays down on the mat. And exhale, dropping the upper body back down, taking the hands back, inhaling, lifting into tabletop, and then curling the toes under, lifting the knees and stand up in downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale to bend the knees and lengthen the upper body, and exhale, lifting the hips back up. Inhale and then exhale, drop down onto your knees. Into tabletop, and we're going to step the left foot forward. Inhaling, taking the arms up and look up. And exhale, lower your gaze and taking the arms back down. Inhaling, taking the arms forward. Exhale. Inhale, taking the arms out to the side. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Inhaling, taking the arms up and look up. And exhale, taking the arms all the way down. And on the either side of the left foot, step the left foot back and step the right foot forward. Finding a good footprint for support. Inhaling, taking the arms up and look up. And exhale, lower your gaze, taking the arms out in front. In and side. Inhale here. And exhale, dropping the elbows down towards your hips. Inhaling, taking the arms to the side. Exhaling, dropping the elbows towards the hips. Inhale. And then turn the palms so they're facing each other, and exhale, inhaling, look up and reach up, and exhale, taking the arms out wide and down to the mat. Step the right foot back, curl your toes under, testing the waters by standing up into lifting the knees, and then inhale, uncurling the legs, and settle into a downward facing dog. Inhaling, bending the knees, and exhale, lifting the hips. And stay here for a couple of breaths, inhaling and exhaling, collecting any sensations that your body is providing you with. Inhale and exhale. And then take your feet small bit further away. Inhaling, coming into a plank. And exhale, bending, dropping your knees and coming all the way down onto the mat. Come onto your forearms and then lift your shoulders up. Your gaze is staying on top of the mat. Inhale and exhale, dropping the upper body back down, taking your hands back and come into push into all fours. And then curl the toes under again, lifting the knees off the mat, inhaling, unfolding the legs to come into downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here, inhaling and exhaling, and then walk your feet towards your hands. There's a small gap in between, dropping the head, softening the upper body, and then on the inhale, uncurl into standing. And then come back a little bit into the middle of the mat. Let's find our collection. We're going to do in eagle pose today. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side. No, sorry, let's start to concentrate first. So find your good footprint by rocking a couple of times backwards and forwards. And lift your toes to engage your arches, lower your gaze, dropping your toes back down, and sensing into the footprint and into the strength of your legs from your ankles, through your knees up to your hips. And then notice the lift in the front of your body, which is elongating your spine at the back. Notice your breath, inhaling and exhaling. And let's use that. Inhale, take the arms out to the side. And on the exhale, swing over under the left under the right arm, and either, because we've not moved the arms all that much, let's grab our shoulders. Inhale, and on the exhale, bend your knees and sit down. Inhale, and exhale, shift your body weight over to the right leg. Inhaling, lifting the left leg. Either come up onto your toe, or lift it further to come up onto crossing your left leg over the right. And again, you can rest your knee on your toes on your mat. Notice how your breathing goes. You're still breathing. So your spine still lifting and lengthening, your chest lifted. And then inhaling to lengthen your right leg again and taking the left leg out to the side. Inhale, take the arms out to the side. And exhale, release. And give everything a little shake and find your footprints again. And we're starting again by lifting the toes and releasing them back down. Finding a strong foundation, lower your gaze, find a spot to concentrate on. Find the strength in your legs and the lift in your spine. Inhale, take the arms out to the side. And on the exhale, swing your right arm under the left and hold your shoulders. Inhale, and on the exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, and on the exhale, shift your body weight over to the left leg, and then on the next inhale, either come up onto your toes or lift your right leg right up and over the left leg. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice the location of your spines, your chest still lifted. Is there a bend in your left knee? Inhaling and exhaling. Is your breath changing? And then inhaling, lengthen your left leg and take your right leg back down. Exhale. Inhale, take the arms out to the side. And exhale, bringing the hands back down. And then let's come back to the top of the mat. Inhaling, taking the arms up and look up. And exhaling, taking the hands all the way down, bending from the hips and bringing the hands down onto the mat. Inhaling, lift or lengthen the upper body, and then exhale, dropping the upper body back down, and walking the feet towards the end of the mat. We're going to do one more plank. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale And on the exhale, dropping the knees down, coming all the way down onto the mat. Coming onto the forearms, inhaling to lift the shoulders and the upper body up. And exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, lower your upper body back down and take your hands back towards the sides. Come into all fours. And then curl your toes under. Lifting the knees. And then inhale, uncurling the legs and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Inhaling, bending the knees, allowing the tummy to travel towards the sides, and exhale, lifting the hips back up towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale one more time and then exhale, dropping the knees down into all fours and then come onto your forearms. Take your gaze, and release the neck, give that a little shake, looking over down towards your knees. And then let's inhale to take the gaze up towards the fingertips and lift the part between the shoulder blades, and exhale, dropping it back down, looking at the belly button. Inhaling, lifting the head up again. Just to look at the thumbs and lifting the part between the shoulder blades, and exhale, dropping the head back down. Inhaling, lifting the head up again. And on the exhale, bring your hips towards your heels and come into a child's pose. And if it feels comfortable, place your forehead on the mat or make a cushion from your hands. Find a position that you find restful. And if it is not in the front of your body, if you prefer to lie down on your back, then that is okay too. Just notice the stillness and the calmness of a resting pose. And notice your breath. The way it flows as you're in a different position to what we've been doing before. If you're still using Ujjayi breath, then allow that to support you in the rest as well. And I'm inviting you to breathe with me here, doubling the exhalation to each inhalation. I will be counting a couple of rounds, but then I'm going to leave you to explore your own length of breath. And of course, you always have the option to follow your own guide and do something differently. If you like to breathe follow the instructions and exhale fully, and then inhale for 1, 2, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. We're adding inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in your own count or exploration. Noticing the sensations, the effect this might have on your body. each count it carries you. And any other sensations. And signals your body is sending you here. And then slowly uncurl from here, letting go of the rhythm of breathing. And then release your feet. And then if you want to put something on, we're going to do a couple of stretches as we're lying down, but if you want to already put some socks on or a jumper, then please do. I think the heating is coming as well. Does it feel a little bit colder to you? Does it feel a bit colder now?
Yeah, the stroke.
Oh, yeah. So when you're ready, roll back on your back. And it feels nice to release the lower back by pulling in your knees. And please do that before you find your resting position. Or any other additional stretches that you might need for your arms or your head and neck. And then find a position that you can rest in. I have also got some of the lots of people. And in this position, as you lie on the mat, take a nice deep breath in and then allow the air to just soften out of you, if you like, with an audible sound. Taking another nice breath, deep breath in, filling your lungs, taking in as much air as you can. Pause and then exhale. Allowing the air to come out, audible or quietly. And take one more inhalation, as deep as you like, and then exhale, bringing the air back out. And with each breath, allowing your body to soften and mold more into the mat. And as you're lying there with an eye pillow on, already taking out any input from the eyes, bring your attention to your ears. Notice the sound of my voice and any sounds in the background, ticking of the clock, and humming of the building. And allow those sensations to weaken as you stay with the sound of my voice, and bring your hearing closer into your own body. Noticing now your mental activity. What your thoughts are bringing with them. Topics that appear now. And allow them to drift into the background. Trusting that all the important thoughts will return to you later. But allow them to step aside, rest, and quieten down. As you use your attention further to bring your awareness to your physical body that is resting on the mat. And notice your right foot, the whole of your right foot, and let it rest. Then notice your right lower leg, knee and right upper leg, all the way up to your right hip. The whole of your right leg. Notice it and let it rest. And then notice your left foot, the whole of the foot. Notice it and let it rest. And then from your left foot through your ankle, the lower leg, knee and upper leg, up to the left hip. Notice the whole of the left leg and let it rest. Notice both of your legs and let them rest. Notice your hips and your torso, the front, the back, and the sides, from the hips to the armpits on the right and the hips to the armpits on the left. And all the organs in between. Notice them and let them rest. Bring your attention to your right shoulder, your upper arm, right elbow, lower arm, right wrist, all the way through your hand to the tops of your fingertips. Notice the whole of your right arm and let it sink and rest. Bring your attention to your left shoulder, your left upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, through the whole of the hand to the top of your fingertips. Notice the whole of your left arm and let it rest. And also whole of your neck, the front and the back, the sides and what's in between, let it rest. And your head, with your face at the front, the back of your head, your ears on the right and the left, and the top of your head. Let the whole of your body rest. There's nothing else to do, nowhere to be. And use your imagination to picture yourself on a beautiful, warm summer's day at the edge of a beach. And it can be an exotic beach or on the English and British coast. You might notice gravel or sand under your feet. And it's warm enough that the sole of your feet are touching the warm surface. You enjoy having the surface on the sole of your foot as it is warming, and that warmth travels through the whole of your body. You also notice the warmth of the sun on your skin where it is exposed, or through your clothing. And it feels comfortable, comforting, and energizing, full of the warmth of summer. You're quite a bit away from the waterline, and you feel comfortable there today, just overlooking the waves as they are gently at the calm sea rolling onto the shore. You're moving your feet and your body along the beach, enjoying the sensations under your feet, and enjoying the warmth of the sun flooding your body. As you're looking over the sea and towards the horizon, you see a handful of seagulls playfully floating over the waters. They're starting to dip down into the waters and seem to be picking something out of the water. They might have found some prey or food floating in the waves. And it's enjoyable to watch as they are feeding and seemingly having fun doing so. You notice there are some clouds in the sky, like white, feathery ones, which just add to the beauty and colouring the scenery that you find yourself in. You bring your attention back to the soles of your feet on the surface of the beach as you're walking and stepping along. And the warmth that the sun is filling you with. And as you're taking in the colours and the calmness, but yet the movement of the sea, you take from the scene what is important to you today, knowing it's time to release the scene and allow it to drift out of focus. Bringing your mind and your attention back into your body, lying here and resting on the mat. Noticing the weight of your body pushing on the mat. And starting to take control again of this body by moving your arms and legs, rolling them from side to side, allowing some light back into your eyes by removing the eye pillow and moving the head and neck. And then slowly, in your own time, take any necessary stretches until you bring yourself back into sitting. I like to chant Om 3 times. You're welcome to join in or let the sound wash over you. May you be warm and delighted. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.